the book of Acts 2, verse 17. And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Heavenly Father, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And I will pour on my servants and on my handmaidens, I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. And I will shew wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before that great and notable day of the Lord come. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the elders, the great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect and the sincere Akiyam, pushing his word, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Your brother Mayim, coming to you with a dream testimony. You had a dream last night around 1 o'clock in the morning. I woke up with a terrible headache, and heart racing, and basically through. When I first came into the truth, the Lord would give me dreams every other day, and I had to the point where I had to pray to the Lord to basically not give me dreams, because I was waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had to be to work by 5. So it was affecting my production at work, and basically it was affecting my spirit. I wasn't getting the proper amount of rest. But last night I had a dream, that I woke up with a terrible headache. I had to get up and take a Motrin. It was so vivid. And in the dream, me and my rib was at a Little League football game, sitting in a golf cart, just relaxing. So when we decided to leave, as soon as I cut the cart on and start pulling off, I heard some voices behind me saying it's a terrorist attack. So we couldn't see what was going on, but we heard a whole bunch of commotion behind us, like basically people screaming and hollering or whatever. So we looked up in the sky, and it was a black, huge commercial, what looked like a commercial jet. And it was flying real low. And behind it was a trail of black smoke. And all of a sudden, we heard a bunch of water like rushing up on us. So we decided to get to higher ground, and we ran to this house, and just ran in a random person house, and start running up the steps, because I told everybody the water is coming. So we all started running up the steps, and we got to the 3rd floor, because here in Philadelphia, some of the houses, the residential houses, go to the 3rd floor, and some go to the 2nd floor. But majority of the houses here, it's only 2 stories or 2 floors. But this particular house had 3 floors. So we ran to the 3rd floor, and I climbed on top of the dresser, because the whole while we were running up the steps, so the water was coming right behind us, and it was fucking petrifying. Like, I thought I was going to drown. We got to the 3rd floor. I jumped on top of a dresser, and the water stopped. But the water was like 5 feet high, and I was next to the window, so I looked out the window, and there was a roof. So I decided to get on the roof to look outside to see what was going on. But the lady had an air conditioner in the window, so I had to take the air conditioner out the window, and I got on the roof. And then for some reason, my house was next to hers. So I walked across the roof and looked in my window, lifted my window up, and saw that my whole house was flooded. Now, my house is 3 stories too as well. And I'm on the 3rd floor looking through the window, and my house, the water was flooded all the way up. And I noticed that the water was extremely hot. And I said it to myself, I was like, yo, this water is extremely hot. So my adrenaline is rushing, and I start pacing back and forth on the roof. And I looked around, and there was other people on the roof too. It was like 3 other men. And I'm telling them, like, this is just the beginning. I just kept on saying in my mouth, this is just the beginning. And I wasn't saying this is just the beginning because more water is coming. I was like, this is just the beginning because there's more trials and tribulations going to fall upon the earth. Now, we know that the Lord established a covenant with Noah that he wouldn't destroy the earth by water again. So we know that flood just probably symbolizes a T attack that happened, which caused the tsunami to come. It was basically a flash flood, and destroy a bunch of people. Why? I believe because they want to implement, you know, our martial law, so that way they can come down on the people and push the chip on them. You see, because the Lord is not going to destroy the earth by water again. I'm not going to read it all. I'm going to read parts of it. It's Genesis 6, verse 5. And the Heavenly Father saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And you look at the world today we live in, especially here in Babylon. This place is an abominable, is an abomination. You know, the men marrying men, women marrying women. You know, they allow children to change their gender. You know, we living in a perverse and wicked and adulterous generation, man. The music is demonic. The food is poison. The air is poison. The water is poison. The hospitality here is that of I can't even say third world country, because when you go to the so-called third world countries, you find yourself, man. There's love, there's family there. The hospitality here is on a demonic level. Customer service, you walk into the stores, they don't greet you. You know, this place is just abominable. The same way it was during Noah's time. Let me get this real quick, then I'm gonna jump back. Matthew 24. And 37. It says, I'm gonna start at 36. No. 37. But as the days of Noe were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So the same way the world was when Noah walked the earth is the same way this world is going to be before the missiles come. People eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage. Basically, people just being in leisure. No matter what's going on in the world, the cup that's in the Lord's, the woman's hands is making all the people basically marvel at it and chase it. You see, the petrol dollar is almost through. The price of gas is $5 a gallon. You know, the system is falling apart before their eyes, but guess what? They still chasing the so-called golden ticket, man. Back to Genesis. It says, Genesis 6, verse 5, and the Heavenly Father saw that the wickedness of the man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Let me jump down to verse 11. The earth also was corrupt before the Heavenly Father, and the earth was filled with violence. What's going on right now? Esau, Edom, the wicked of the earth is basically going around rape, robbing, and stealing and killing, man. You know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, he killed one of the what's the guy name? Menso. I guess he was like a gang leader. You know, he went down there and killed him and caused violence and chaos to consume Mexico. A couple weeks later, he went to Venezuela and kidnapped the president and his wife, a sovereign country. And now he's over there in the Middle East, you know, basically bombing and raping and killing the people over there in Iran. So the earth is filled with violence. And the Heavenly Father looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupt his way upon the earth. And look at our people. 2/3 of our people, look what they listen to, look how they dress. I watched the video yesterday that basically it's made me just feel like finished, man. You know, Jake is out there shooting each other in the face, standing over top of each other, shooting each other in the face, man, like it's a video game, man. You know? And that's why the missiles is coming this way, man. The same way the water came and flooded the earth back then when Noah was around, the missiles is coming to cleanse this place, man. We jump down to here, verse 17. And behold, even I do bring flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die, man. So we know that the Lord established a covenant with Noah that he wouldn't destroy the earth by water again. But the next time the earth will be cleansed by fire, man. You see? Let me get this real quick. Isaiah 66. Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Now we know that those chariots are the angels, man, and thousands of heaven. And you know the Lord is coming with a mountain-sized chariot pursuant to 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. And he is going to shoot laser beams out the chariot and turn people into basically dust. And also, the Lord created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. You see, and the smith that he created was the Temanites, man. During after World War II, Operation Paperclip, the scientists went from Germany. I think half of them went to America, and the other half went to Russia to do what? To build these missiles for that great and terrible day. You see, the scriptures talk about the earth is going real to and fro like a drunkard. Let me get that. Isaiah 24. It says, Isaiah 24, verse 20, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgressions thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. So many nuclear missiles are going to hit America and Israel and parts of Europe and Russia that the earth is going to reel to and fro like a drunkard, and the islands shall be removed out of their place. Let me get that one. Is that one there? Is that it? There you go, right here. It says, Revelation 6, verse 14. And heaven departed as a scroll, as it's rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the heavens departing as a scroll is the nuclear missile. When it hit the ground, it's basically forming a mushroom cloud. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places. That's how powerful the missiles are going to. So many thousands of missiles are going to hit this place. It's going to make the earth real to and fro, and the islands going to be removed out of their places. It's just going to basically reset the earth, man. It says, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every freedman hid themselves in the dens, and in the rocks, and in the mountains. And said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand, man? So the kings and the rich men of the earth, and the captains and the mighty men and the bondmen is basically going to go into those bunkers, man, that they building now. So they got underground cities that reach from the East Coast to the West Coast, because they understand the end time. They know that they're going to shoot these missiles, and they're going to try to seek shelter and refuge in these rocks, saying, hide us from the face of him. Hide us from Yahweh Shai, man. Because ultimately, it's Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's plan to basically destroy this earth by thermonuclear missiles, man. Let me get this one too. Zechariah 14. It says Zechariah 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And you watch that movie Terminator with Judgment Day, when Sarah Connor was leaning on the gate with her hands on there and the missiles hit in Los Angeles, and basically the heat was so hot that it made her flesh consume away on her bones, man, while she still was alive. And that's what the people are going to experience here in Babylon. Why? For their wickedness and their abominable acts. You see, so we know that the Lord is not going to destroy the earth by water again. The way the Lord is going to cleanse the earth is by fire, thermonuclear missiles. And the prophecies are speaking loud and clear. You see, you go through, you scroll through TikTok, YouTube, any social media platform, and you hear people speaking about, their dreams. And 10 out of 10 of their dreams are horrible, because that's the day of the Lord, man. The day of the Lord is darkness, not light. You see, so the scriptures talk about let the wicked forsake his way and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let me get that real quick. Wicked forsake his way. It says, Isaiah 55 and 7, let the wicked forsake his way and the righteous man his thoughts, and let him return to the Lord, and we have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. That's the only way you're going to be able to escape these plagues, man. You turn back from your wicked ways and believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. If you're an able-bodied man from the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, come out there on the highways and byways and make your body a living sacrifice. Get that mark of exemption, the Tawah. You see, because the flood is coming, man, in the form of missiles this time. So I hope this lesson was edifying. To the next time. Shalom.